I do have my very own TARDIS. I borrowed this just over a year ago, so it's pretty much stolen now. You know, me and the Doctor got that in common. Stolen TARDIS. I said to somebody, you know, I really want to be more like the Doctor in Doctor Who, and they were like, oh, well, you need to steal yourself a TARDIS. Boom! Oh, done. Sorted. I mean, it's not as big as his, but, you know, it's not everything. But here's the thing, right? Because Doctor Who, I'm a big fan. I really like Doctor Who, and if I'm watching it with somebody who's never watched Doctor Who before, I really want them to like it as well, but I know that there's a very good chance they're not going to like it, because I'm just sat there thinking, oh, please be like, don't be too weird, don't be too corny, don't be too confusing for a start. If you just started watching Doctor Who on some random episode, you're just going to have endless questions about everything, aren't you? Right, I think they might have kind of made a mistake on the casting, because she's supposed to be her mum, but she's a lot older, isn't she? Balls that one up. And how come nobody's talking about the fact that it seems to be bigger on the inside than it is on the outside? Why hasn't that come up at all? I just find it weird. It's just weird. It's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Why is it bigger? How is that happening? How come nobody's finding this strange? Am I the only one who's noticed this? Am I? The TARDIS is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Except this one. I've checked. You know, it's definitely the same size all the way through. Because it's made of plastic. And it's a money box. Well, you know, you can't have everything. So basically, if you want to try and get into Doctor Who, don't just watch one episode. Watch numerous, if not multiple series. I know, it sounds like a lot, but when you think about it, right, Doctor Who is unique in the fact that it's more accessible than longer running TV shows, because it always starts with a clean slate with every new Doctor. Just join on the start of a new Doctor. That would be the time to do it. That would be when you want to get in there. I think there's probably a hierarchy of fan levels. You've got people who don't like Doctor Who. They're on the bottom of maybe a pyramid, and then you've got the people who do like Doctor Who, which I think is the category that I fall into. And then you've got, you know, the people who really like Doctor Who. You know, the people. There's probably like a smaller collection of people on the top where Doctor Who is their lives. You know, everything. Like, you go to conventions 365 days of the year. There's not even that many conventions, but you make your own because you flipping love Doctor Who. Now, of course, that pyramid structure is completely based on zero statistics, and the fact that I'm just assuming that more people don't like Doctor Who than actually like Doctor Who, that might not be true. The number of people who like Doctor Who could outweigh or be equal to the number of people who don't, in which case the pyramid would turn into a house shape. I probably fall somewhere in the middle, in as much as I like it enough that I could probably hold a conversation with somebody who really, really likes it. You know, if I'm watching it with somebody who like really loves Doctor Who, you know, they'll just be like, oh, they'll be laughing away, and I'll be like, what are you laughing at? What happened there? They'll be like, oh, no, they just made a reference to an episode in 1964 when, you know, a Dalek made this funny remark to the Master. Oh, it was hilarious, but you wouldn't get it unless you've seen that episode. Here's a good example. Somebody who doesn't like Doctor Who won't know what TARDIS stands for. Somebody who likes Doctor Who will know kind of what TARDIS stands for. Somebody who really, really likes Doctor Who will definitely know what TARDIS stands for. And somebody who like lives and loves Doctor Who to the extent that they spend all their time thinking about it has probably have their own TARDIS replica just in their backyard. Where they just go and hang out, but to be disappointed every single time they walk in and go, oh, it's just the same size on the inside as it is on the outside, because it's impossible, it's not real. What? If that's coming as a shock to you, yeah, you're in that top tier. There's a very good chance that the person that this belongs to could very well be watching this video. You know, if you are watching, soz. If you're wondering why I did borrow a TARDIS in the first place, I made a video about Doctor Who last year. It's called Doctor Who on Zero Budget. It's basically what Doctor Who would be like if they had no money whatsoever. If you want to watch the video where I borrowed the TARDIS, I'll stick a link up on the screen. You can click that and you can go watch it. It's good, check it out. If you want to see my last video that I did, I'll stick another box up. You can go click that. It's about my man crush. Who does he have a crush on? Who's a man? I've recently come back from the Edinburgh Fringe Festival where I was doing some stand-up comedy. If you want to see our venue, I've made a video about that. I'll stick that over there somewhere. I was on a bus was doing comedy on a bus. Spoilers. And I've also done another video recently, which is a little bit different. It's like a bonus video. It's not comedy, but I came across some people doing some fire spinning, and I filmed them and edited it in slow motion. So you can go check that one out. I'll stick that one out in the bottom corner there. So that's 4 videos for you to go and watch. Now you see, I stole the Tardis, but the DeLorean, that's mine. You know, I bought that with my own money. I'm starting to wonder that I might be slightly obsessed with time travel. Roads? We don't need roads where we're going. You don't need planets, mate. Right? You don't need planets.